I got a deal for everybody. We're always fighting over tools. We're trying now to get along a little bit better, right? We don't want to fight. So what I've done is I went out and I bought everybody new toolboxes from Matco.
Wow.
Yep, they're service carts. They're perfect. They're coming. The tools will come next week. Now, I know you think I'm keeping you down, beating you down, putting you down. I'm not. Yours isn't here, as fate would have it. But it's because yours is a special color I had to order. Yours, you're going to love. Yours, you're going to love. Yours will be here Tuesday. Is that fair?
What color's mine?
And then by the end of the week, we just wait.
imagine.
No,
It's a surprise.
Not
I can
everything's
only
a gag.
imagine.
Not
You hear
everything's
him,
a
it's a
bag over the
surprise.
head, punch in the face. Okay?
Dude, I've got a funny feeling about this. I'm telling
There's
you.
no funny.
Okay,
You want to
good.
see?
Let's
it?
I'm
see, let's see.
excited.
This is a good
Let's
thing.
see.
No, I have a
this is
funny feeling
sincere.
about this.
Okay.
I really do.
All right, come on in. It's okay.
Come on in and I'll turn the lights on. See, it's not a gag.
Nice.
It's not a bag over the head. This is yours. I got Cue Ball Morton right here. That's yours.
Those are freaking
Now,
nice.
what happened to the
They are
knockoff?
beautiful.
Cute,
They're
Mark.
actually a really good car.
Oh, wow.
Long turd, yeah.
How
got
could
that.
you do
You
that
could
to my
take it off. I
toolbox?
wanted to make sure you knew I got you that one because I know
Wow.
you.
Nice, Royal.
I know you're going to take really good care
Nice.
of it. So you'll have a key. You'll be able to close the door, turn the lock, and you're responsible for your own at that point. We all got our own tools. We all got our own boxes.
Oh, nice.
Well, where's your box?
My box is out there. I didn't want to steal everybody's thunder.
What color's yours?
Mine's green. Yeah, I'll show you.
I mean, if he's like Royal's color of his car, you just let him
Why
have
are you opening the door?
You moving a car in?
You've got to
Oh,
be kidding.
Oh, man.
that's your box? I knew that. I could feel that one coming.
Nice.
That's the gag at the end.
This time on Graveyard Carz. I just found out, day before yesterday, Bill Goldberg will be here on Friday. So we're gonna inventory what's on the car now.
Here's one. There's a chip in the hood or trunk.
Here at Graveyard Carz, I am the pumpkin masker.
Chrysler was one of the few companies that had the guts to do things like put a 3/4 ton truck under the rear end of a muscle car.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You all red.
Hold
You
on a
embarrassed?
second. You're starting to rag on me, and you have no freaking eyebrows.
You know, I think Goldberg has a rage problem. He's got some deep psychological and mental and emotional problems.
Got that car coming to get you, Barbara.
The unburied dead are coming back to life.
My name is Mark Warman. I work with my worst enemy, Darren Kirkpatrick.
Give me a gun!
And my son-in-law, Josh. Along with my best friend, Royal.
Well, all right.
And our newest team member, Holly.
This is exciting.
We bring dead cars back to life. If we don't kill each other.
Oh, Mark! It's gonna be a bloodbath.
I'm glad everybody loves their toolbox except Darren. You'll get yours. He's such a whiner. We have a very important week. I just found out, day before yesterday, your hero, Bill Goldberg, will be here on Friday. A few months ago, Bill had gotten in touch with one of our clients, which is the cool thing about growing the way we have been, is you don't know who's talking to who out there. And Bill ended up calling me, talking to me about his very first car that he's ever owned, a 1968 Plymouth GTX convertible. Big Bill Goldberg, okay?
Bill Goldberg was a huge idol of mine. He still is. And the fact that I get to meet him is, I mean, what do you say?
Bill Goldberg's going to be here on Friday. He's flying in at noon, and you get to pick him up at the airport. Bill
Cool.
Grandkids are gonna love it.
Big Bill. Me and him going to have a few wrestling moves together.
William
I used to watch porcelain.
Goldberg.
Same middle name as me.
I used to watch Portland wrestling all the time when I was a kid. I know all those moves. I know about body slam. Yeah, do it. Do him. Stone Cold him. Stone Cold him. I'm hoping that maybe while he's here, we're going to obviously do a beautiful job on this car, and that's why he entrusted it to us. We're the best in the world. Maybe he'll show me a couple of wrestling moves. I mean, I grew up watching wrestling.
I think the only move Mark knows is please pass the potatoes and gravy. You know, Bill Goldberg has a nice car out there in the shop. It would be real pretty when it's done. I really haven't looked at it much, but it's a nice car.
Big Bill.
I'm gonna bring Hulk Hogan down.
Yeah,
with me.
put him over. Yeah.
Come on, Darren.
You guys do something different.
Come on, no, buddy. I know Goldberg could kill me.
Let's go make
I know
history.
this.
It's October here at the Graveyard, and we always like to have a little Halloween fun. So this year, I put Holly and Darren in charge of the festivities so I can concentrate on the cars that need to get done.
Hey, I like your mask. That's really
I got
adorable.
some pumpkins.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get them at?
I got them from Trader Joe's.
Where's that at?
It's by Oakway.
That's not how we do it.
Oh.
We go to the pumpkin patch and get them each year.
What?
Pumpkin, P-U-N-K, and pumpkin
Pumpkin.
patch. Pumpkin patch and get pumpkins. We want organic pumpkins without full of fertilizers and antibiotics and pollutants and contaminants and stuff like
Well, that's
that.
why I went to Trader Joe's.
This isn't an antibiotic-free pumpkin.
Yes, it is.
Take that pumpkin and take that pumpkin back where you got it.
Oh. I don't know what to say,
Like,
mister.
take it back. We're gonna go to the pumpkin patch.
What?
We don't want those pumpkins.
You don't want this pumpkin?
We don't want either one of those pumpkins. Keep your pumpkins.
I can't believe you just broke my pumpkin! What?
I did. Take them back. They're no good.
Oh my
You
God!
got issues.
I am running out of patience with Darren. Look at my pumpkin.
Here at Graveyard Carz, I'm the pumpkin masker. I accidentally drop her pumpkin, and she goes all berserk and crazy on me. You know, I think maybe we should have done a further background check on her, to check into her past, because she's got some violence and some rage issues going on there.
It's payback time.
True or false? 1974 was the only model year for the Dodge Charger that you could get the optional convertible roof. The answer coming up after the break. So, was 1974 the only year you could order the Dodge Charger with a convertible roof? The answer is false. You could never order the Dodge Charger with a convertible roof. The Dodge Charger was always way too cool for a drop top. Y'all should have known that. Been watching the show for what, 3 years now? You ever see a convertible Charger on Graveyard Carz? It's your prop, fool. Visit graveyardcarz.com to learn more. I got the guys some nice toolboxes from Matco so we can hopefully stop bickering and get some more work done. I put Holly and Darren in charge of doing something fun for Halloween, but we just found out that World Wrestling Champion Bill Goldberg is going to be here in a couple days, so now we got to make sure we're ready for him. Bill Goldberg, former World Wrestling Champion, is coming up to meet with us and go over his car. He owns a 1968 Plymouth GTX convertible, 440 4-speed, all original numbers matching car. So we're gonna inventory what's on the car now versus what's in the bin to go together. And I've got a list I got out. So I want to get together with the guys, acclimate them with the car, with the condition of the car, what still needs to be done on it, and that way we can prepare for his visit and we can talk intelligibly about the things that need to be done. Anything between the bin and the car itself, and if there's something on the car that needs to be redone or looks like it's edgy, I want to know about that. So that's our job.
Here's one. There's a chip in the hood or trunk.
He's like a little snitch. He wants to snitch somebody off, which he's probably just trying to get Darren in trouble because Darren's known as Chips. But the fact is, the chip that was in the trunk already was there. When I talked to Goldberg, it was something from the deck lid being out of alignment a little bit, and so when you closed it, it would move over to the right-hand side and put a little chip there. And amazingly, that deck lid's fairly straight. Mopar deck lids are just miserable.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that one's not bad. It actually is a really good job. I don't think there's a couple waves in it that we'll have to block out since we're going to repaint it because of the chip anyway. But ultimately, it's actually a very good job. All of the body and paint work was really good job on his car. Not perfect, not like I would do if I was painting it, but pretty darn good.
Well, this quarter's had some previous repair. Looks like at least
See, that's the original sound deadener there.
the front.
And the fact that it's not on the back of it, it might just be that somebody tried to clean it off there because they didn't know it was supposed to be there. Bill, I bet these are
One
original
more
quarters,
question.
which is good.
Was this blasted or dipped or anything?
I don't know.
Because the tops of the quarters
I doubt it was dipped because the undercoating we
Yeah,
just
they got
said
no
is on there.
paint up here though. Basically
On the inside of the top of it, you mean?
tops. So I just wondered.
Why didn't you say that one was back there so we can paint it? I don't want it to rust. This is a great job for Darren. Because his whole job is to find things wrong with everybody's cars. So he's like you almost can hear the heavenly angel, the choir going in the background. Look at him just floating around the car like those little Pac-Man ghosts.
What year that they start painting the 440s orange.
It's kind of nice now to see Josh getting more involved with questions and answers instead of just walking through the steps of a restoration or just opening a hood and looking at it. All the HP engines from 68 back were the turquoise color.
Okay.
Okay, so in 69, if you've got a 383 Magnum, 383 Super Commando, a 440, a 440 Magnum, 446 pack in the 69.5 cars, or if you got the Hemi, they all got the street Hemi orange.
Okay.
The Hemis were painted the street Hemi orange all the way from 60, I think 6 on up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if it was a Hemi, it should be orange no matter what. He's now inventorying in his mind because he may be doing that same car next week. That's good. That means he is trying to evolve as a technician. I respect that. That's a very good thing. So Josh, I'm going to give you the Dave Weiss books on the engine compartment because this is good stuff for you to learn. I want you to go through it and take a look. I certainly know that the brass pulley isn't original. They were black. They weren't made of aluminum. They were made of steel. But I want you to go through the Weiss book and I want you to document everything that's wrong underneath here that needs to be corrected because right now it doesn't cost much to put the correct stuff underneath the hood and it goes a country mile when they get to a show. I'm looking forward to the new Josh that he's been promising me for a couple of years. Maybe this is it. I'm hoping so. The information and the literature is available here to you. And it still won't make you perfect, but it'll get you
Gotta be able to
close.
read.
Darren, I don't appreciate you making fun of my son-in-law, okay? He's trying hard. You don't need to be antagonizing him. So
Who
when
are
I
you
say,
and what did you do with Mark?
shut up, Chrome Dome.
There he is.
Good one, Royal.
You're doing good on learning the basics. I'll dial you in as time goes on.
We're
Let's
gonna
go
go-
out
we're
and
gonna
check the
go out.
parts bin.
You get the chip?
Flizz and flazz and flazoo, parts bin.
Oh, wow.
See, he's already done so much on it. Look at that. Let's make sure these these look like they've been re-chromed pot metal. Let's make sure these are good enough to go on. Oh my, look at that. Yeah, they've been redone. If you look microscopically at the little bitty pits, that's because this is a pot metal base and pot metal is only meant to be chromed one time. After that, it gets potholes in it. It gets these little divots. You could buy reproduction mirrors. Some cases, you have to. But I would rather have an original mirror with the Chrysler Pentastar on it with minor pitting that's almost impossible without my extra set of eyes here to see than a reproduction one. If I had the choice, you don't always have the choice.
Your nose has got bigger pits in it than that mirror.
What about yours? Have you seen yours?
I've seen it.
It looks
I've
like
seen it.
the receiving end of a waffle iron.
I've seen it.
Does he have cushions? New cushions? Do you see those? Yeah, there's his foam. Foam's here. Okay, so one thing I want to do is, until we actually put a couple pieces on, we might think of something missing, but as soon as he leaves, I want to get the carpet rolled out so it can be straightening out and inside the car. I want to get the seats over to the upholstery so he can start putting those on. I don't want to wait till the last minute for that stuff. If we have that stuff done and back in the bin, then all we got to do is, I'm still here.
Listen
But I don't believe you are. Then all those pieces can go in the car as soon as the car is ready for them, okay? I don't want to wait to the last minute. We don't have that much time with this car. He'd like to have it before he dies. So what are you gonna do first thing as soon as Goldberg leaves? B, I call him.
We're going to get the seats taken care of.
You're gonna send him to
The upholstery shop.
the crusher?
To
The upholstery shop.
upholstery shop.
Okay, and what are you gonna do with the carpet?
We're going to lay it out where it flattens out.
Okay.
It gets a little bit of a memory back to
Just so those things, so when we does come time, we're not fighting that on top of everything else.
Right, I remembered
Okay.
those things.
Let's go get the shop cleaned up for when he shows up.
You forgot, we're going to the pumpkin patch, Holly and
I'm not
Josh. No, Holly and Josh and I are going to the pumpkin patch.
So I'll clean the shop like I always do, huh?
We can do it when we get back.
God, your face is looking like a sharp head, man.
You want us to get you a pumpkin? You know, Mark and Josh and Roy were out back working on something that really didn't need my help right now. So I thought I'd just call Tom and give him an update on his car. Hey, Tom. This is Darren. How are you? How's the weather? Even though there's no update to give him on his car. We haven't touched it in a month. Did Mark say you'd have your car done in about a month or 30 days? He did. Well, it's not looking too good. He hasn't even touched it, and it's been almost, 30 days. I didn't call Tom to cause any problems. I just called Tom because I want to help Tom out. Well, don't get mad at me. I'm just looking out for Tom. I got no horse in this race. You're mad at Mark now? Hey, how's the kids? Tom is a unique individual, but I like him. He's got some quirks and some personality traits that are a little bit different. All right. You guys have a nice dinner. Thanks. Bye. Yes.
So I wanted to talk to everybody a little bit about the rear axle assemblies that come in our Mopar muscle cars. Did you shave your eyebrows?
What is wrong with you?
Holly is out trying to figure out what we're going to do for Halloween, and Darren decided to make some enemies this week.
I'm just looking out for Tom.
Meanwhile, I've got to get Goldberg's car completely inventoried before his visit in a couple days. So I wanted to talk to everybody a little bit about the rear axle assemblies that come in our Mopar muscle cars. There are several different axles that can come in one of these cars. If you have the true muscle version, like a Cuda or a Challenger RT or a Coronet RT or a Dodge Charger RT or a Super Bee, you're going to have certain axles. Like, for example, the one I'm looking at right now is what they call the Dana 60. You hear that term a lot, don't you?
Yeah, hear it all the time.
Thanks for your help.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say.
Well,
yes?
you said you wanted to be in a tech tip with me. I'm trying to give you an opportunity
You
to
asked
be
me
in a
a
tech
yes
tip.
or no question.
The Dana 60 was basically a 3/4 ton truck rear end. Did you know that?
Yes.
Chrysler was one of the few companies that had the guts to do things like put a 3/4 ton truck under the rear end of a muscle car. If you just want a quick ID, the first thing you're going to look for is this cover here. All three of these have removable rear covers. The Dana 60 has 10 bolts and a very definitive provision in the cover for the ring gear. It's a 9 3/4 inch ring gear, and it's called the Dana 60. How would you know the difference if you were at a wrecking yard between that Dana 60 and the Dana 60 that went in, say, a Ford truck of the same era?
Pinion snubber. Pinion snubber, basically, when the torque of the car is applied, etc., the springs in the rear end wants to flop up. And all it is a little pad that keeps it from going up too far.
This rubber, under inertia, this housing goes the opposite direction up against the floor of the car. When this hits the floor of the car, it doesn't move anymore, and that increases the traction of the tires. If you didn't have this and the car was high enough in the air, you literally could spin that thing around, rip the drive shaft out of it, and you'd be walking home.
It just basically helps put the power to the pavement.
So at a glance, you're looking for the 10 bolt cover on the back of it. If you want to go further, you can look at this rear end here. This is an 8 1/4 rear end out of our 72 Charger. It does have a sure grip clutch system in it, but you'll notice the number of bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but they're in a completely different pattern than the big Dana 9 3/4 rear end. Also, you'll notice this doesn't have quite the same definitive raised mark in it for the 9 3/4 ring gear. This is the 410 mandatory. You got power disc brakes in the front with a 410 Super Track Pack. When you got power disc brakes in the front, you got 10-inch rear drums versus, even though this is a B body, these are 11-inch drums. This is a 10-inch rear drum, that's an 11-inch rear drum. Depending on the rest of the axle package, that's how you would have got your brakes.
But ARTA did not have a Dana 60, that 8 3/4.
And yes, it had the 8 3/4 dropout style, that is correct.
What was the purpose of that? I know it's better braking, but why did you do that to those cars? Only.
Better braking.
Thank you.
I don't know what to tell you. The axle in the front, that's the little baby 7 1/4. That's just a silly little thing there. Look at that little thing. I could curl that.
I'd like to see that.
Well, why don't you do it, Alice?
No,
I'd
I'm
like
not
to
the
see
one
you
bragging
do it.
about it. You said you could curl it. Heck, if I was going to
could've
brag about
curled
it, I'd say I
in my
could curl one
prime.
of these, but I can't.
You know what? I blew a rotator. There's also a 9 1/4, which oftentimes gets confused with this rear end right here. It uses 12 bolts that hold it on instead of 10.
Just because you got a Hemi car, don't mean you got a Dana.
That's more tire than your car ever had on it when you were a kid, huh?
Yeah. You know, the way to tell
I had
Dana,
those on the back of my Charger, and I could snarl them for half
way
a
to tell a
mile
real Dana
until I
60
popped them off.
pretty much look at the 10 bolt cover and look for a pinion snubber.
Now, if you want to break it down to that, sure, that's...
Why didn't you just say that this simple way? It's got 10 bolts in the rear cover and got a pinion snubber. It's a Dana 60. Instead of going through all the rest of this. Whew. Boy. Right? Am I right?
Hello.
Oh, hey, nice to see ya.
Ready for the pumpkin patch?
Surprise. Look into the mirror. What's wrong? We needed 4 pumpkins, right?
What is going on? You know what?
What's wrong? You needed 4 pumpkins, right?
I thought
Mark,
we were going
Royal,
to the pumpkin
Josh, and
patch.
Darren. Mark, Royal, Josh, Darren.
What happened to the plan? I thought we were going to all go together.
We all went together earlier. Where were you? 3 o'clock.
You told me
You always
come
you have a problem
now.
with time, don't you? We went at 3. We went at 3.
Darren,
It's 5:11.
I am so sick of it.
Sick of what?
You playing this game.
You never are part of the team. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock
I
today.
don't know what I have to do.
Jump on time. Try it one time. Try it for once. Try it just once in your life, you know?
You know what?
Hey, buddy. Oh, gosh, here she comes back.
I'm not done. Okay, so I didn't get to pick a pumpkin, didn't go to the pumpkin patch, but I'm in charge of the contest.
What contest?
You'll see.
Hey, one thing, there is no game. There is no game. The only game that's being played is by you on us and Mark. Basically, the game you're playing is on Mark, because I understand your game. I see right through you.
That isn't.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Good luck. Pull! Again, pull! That door gets her every time. She's not too bright, is she? Did you see that?
In 1914, an advertising copywriter made history when he invented a new word to describe the Dodge vehicle. What was that word? Was it dependability, quality, affordability? The answer coming up after the break. So in 1914, what word was officially invented to describe the Dodge car? The answer is dependability. Capitalizing on their reputation, the genius marketing team at Dodge coined the word dependability to describe the ruggedly built, powerful, all-new Dodge vehicles. Who would have thought an ad in 1914 would have created a word such as dependability to describe a car? That's a Dodge thing right there. Visit graveyardcarz.com to learn more. Darren's been playing the game in full force, and we've spent the last couple of days getting ready for a visit from World Wrestling Champion Mr. Bill Goldberg, who arrives today to go over his GTX. And maybe we'll have a little fun while he's here. Big man, what
How you
is
doing,
up,
sir?
dog? How are you?
It's a pleasure.
Good to see you.
Finally meet you. How you doing, big guy?
Give me a hug, dude.
Nice
Josh
to meet
Rose.
you,
You
man.
almost knocked me over.
Nice to meet you,
Royal
man.
Gayland Yoakum.
How you doing, sir? Good. Very nice to meet you. Take care of that
And
for me.
the infamous.
How you doing, sir? Nice
Yes!
to meet
Snap it! Snap it! Take him! Break it! Break it!
Having Bill Goldberg out here is, it's an honor for me. Obviously, he's a celebrity. I'm a celebrity too, but I don't want to get into all that right now. That's not my point.
The reason why I'm standing here in Graveyard Carz is that I like to watch all the new car shows that are out, and I became an instant fan of Mark and the guys here because of their attention to detail. Well, he can out-wrestle me because I never wrestled. I just did the fake stuff on TV. Everybody asks me, how many years did you wrestle in high school? Man, I played baseball during the spring.
Which was a long
Did you
time
shave
ago.
your eyebrows?
Yeah, which was a long time
No
ago.
wonder they jump your ass all the time.
How tall, how big were you then? Yeah, I did. They got crazy again. Look at you all red.
Hold
Are you
on a
embarrassed?
second. You're starting to rag on me and you have no freaking eyebrows?
Darren Kirkpatrick, because he was meeting Bill Goldberg, felt he should shave his eyebrows. You know Brett Torino's collection. That's from his collection. That's a Hemi car. You had one you were saying similar
Yep,
to it.
hardtop, yeah. 4-speed.
So we're on that one. We've got yours down here. You probably recognize that.
Oh yeah, I recognize.
That's
I
a
was seeing it
beautiful
every
car.
night there for a while. I was very lucky to make it to a point where I could pull my wallet out and buy something that I wanted, and what I wanted was a Mopar. And the first Mopar that I bought was that 68 GTX convertible.
Dude, this one, I might have the story wrong, so if I do, I'm sorry, but did it leave your possession
Yes,
for a while?
yes.
It did.
There was a guy that was gonna do like a, I don't know, some kind of a cross-country tour of celebrities' cars, and he ended up acquiring this one from me. And I had heard some bad things about the guy and about what had happened to the car, and it was true that he had stored the damn thing outside for 2 years. And I heard about it.
Oh, no.
And paid a guy to go in and act like he wasn't me. And he bought the car for what I sold it to him for. and then he goes down the street, hands it off to my wife at a gas station. She gets in the car, she's driving, and she goes up to a stoplight, and all of a sudden mice start walking out of the car.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bill, are you able to drive that clutch still or not? We got to put an automatic in it for you, maybe?
Why? Is it because you don't think I'm strong enough to push down?
Well, you are getting up there in years.
I am getting up there.
Is this a reproduction wheel or
No,
a
that's the
restored?
original, and I sent it to the wheel guy.
That's his work.
He
Beautiful.
does great work. Hell, I got 3 of those.
Oh, wow.
I just bought them before they started getting crazy expensive.
Not to stir up anything, but you might want to watch some of your parts on this car because we've got that Roadrunner up front. Mark's already been eyeing some parts for it because he said that car comes before yours.
Really?
And
That
he's
car
al-
actually came when mine.
And he'd
my
already
car
actually
came.
taken a few parts already for some other cars around here. And you know what happened to mine, right?
I know. I saw
It's all
what
true,
happened
though.
to yours.
It's all true. I had to take mine out of here even because I was afraid of it. It's actually in Josh's garage. Right? No, seriously. You think it's funny? I don't really see the humor
I
in
think it's
this.
funny when I'm talking about yours, but I guess the reality is when I get mine and there's a couple parts missing, yeah, I probably
Well, there
won't
already
think
is a
that's
few
funny.
parts missing already. I just thought I'd let you know. Okay?
It's all good because the reality is I put every single thing on this car, so I'll find it sooner or
Okay,
later.
but you know what? You could put a little under the table. And look over
I'll
the
give
car
you one
a
of
little
these
more.
under the table.
But anyway, seriously, you might want to watch your car and your parts.
You got it. Did you do that chip right there?
No. I really
sure?
didn't. I really didn't.
Sign an affidavit?
Yes.
Okay. Darren is no different than he is on TV.
This is one I will let you call on if you want. You know, with the trunk mat in place and with the spare tire in place, you're probably not going to see that seam.
Mm-hmm.
But that seam, and you tell me if I'm right on this, but Auto Metal Direct makes a one-piece floor, which we've been putting in our cars, and they make a two-piece floor.
I'd fix that.
Now, can I finish?
Well, I'd fix it. You're saying you basically leave it alone.
I'm giving the man the opportunity to make his own decision on it without outside
Do we not
prejudice. Why are
get
you
say
trying
any
to-
help at all with the decision? Good afternoon, Holly. You're supposed to be here
Hey.
at 9 o'clock.
I'm late.
What time is it? You're supposed to be here at 9.
Yeah, why are you late?
11 o'clock, 2 hours.
You told me
9.
10:45.
9.
What do you do?
Sorry, I'm late.
What time did Darren tell you to be here?
10:45.
Did he send you a
She
text?
can't even count.
It's a pleasure.
Goldberg, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for him, you know.
He already knows too. I want to stop the foolishness now. The fact is, Bill's here to visit, to go over his car, not to get acclimated with the amazing world of Darren. Well, my point is, I don't think that we want to just like, you've already got the whole thing blue. So I think we ought to probably weld that up and just spot paint that in there. So that looks nice if somebody crawled underneath it with the mirrors.
Yeah.
Just some little things like that.
Yeah.
I may clean up that little bit right there where they punched through the spot welds. Just try to make it a little cleaner, a little nicer. It's not a biggie. Like this side still has its spot welds, some of them, and it's got a few little MIGs that came through. But for the most part, that side looks good. And see, they're good up there too. They don't have that blowout. After going over the car thoroughly with Bill, we've got a little list of things that need to be corrected on it. Other things that I would like to do, he just gave me carte blanche. He says, if you would do it and it's your own car and you would do it like it's your own car, knock yourself out.
Leaf springs. What'd you say about the leaf springs?
Originally, they're just that original black phosphate finish on it because they're
Are
just a
they?
natural metal. And so with those being like that, they make these kits, brand new kits for these. And those may have been done actually, but if I take these apart and I just media blast them, usually you can put like because they're a very natural finish originally. So if you put just like a black or a flat clear on them, a real flat clear, it'll at least keep them from rusting as long as you can. Because otherwise you just blast them down and you're done. You know, having him here today, on top of the fact that he's a celebrity and you know he chose us, it's just fun to talk to a car guy. He knows his Mopars. You run a blaster down it, okay, all the way from Simster and take the U-joints out. You run a blaster, you get it down to the bare metal. Then you take a Scotch-Brite, the brand new Scotch-Brite, and lengthwise on it, you just give it some shine, a little bit of natural metal shine to it, satin clear it, and you're done. Lasts forever, it looks like a brand new drive shaft.
It's a hidden art to bring a car back to its original state, and these guys take that to a whole nother level. I'll probably make 1 or 2 enemies along the way, but just add those to the list.
So he's not gonna spend the rest of the day with you without some eyebrows. You jealous little Bill Goldberg is here. We spent the last week getting to know the GTX so we could go over it with Bill in person. We had a great time talking about the car, what it has, what it needs. But since it's October, Holly thought we'd have a little fun while Bill's here.
All right, ladies, pay attention.
Sorry.
You'll have 15 minutes to carve your pumpkins. It has to be Mopar related.
I wanted to have a pumpkin carving contest while Bill was up here. Probably one of our highest rated shows that we ever did, and Graveyard Carz was the pumpkin episode. So I wanted to come back to that again and get back to our roots so we don't get too far, like Rocky, come full circle.
Pay attention. The winner gets to keep their pumpkin, take it home and put a candle in it on their porch. Goldberg gets to decide the rest of the pumpkin's fate.
Well, I can't say I've ever been the judge of a pumpkin carving contest before. You know, I'll probably make one or two enemies along the way, but just add those to the list.
I'm just gonna carve the first thing that comes to my mind, which is just gonna be the Mopar logo. I mean, it's simple, it's basic, hard to mess up.
Ready? Begin.
Okay. You guys all go crazy like you're running.
When was the last time you did a competition like between 4 men and someone said, ready, begin?
Our
Pick up
best.
your knives.
Darren, come
and
on,
cut.
dude.
What is wrong with you?
Why'd you shave your eyebrows?
The lack of eyebrows, there has to be something done with that. So I mark my word, by the end of the day, before I leave this place, we're gonna do a little alteration to the facial area.
The contestants are looking lame. 5 minutes.
My game plan was an RT.
did very good.
There's a
that?
hole in there.
You can't punch a hole in the front of a pumpkin and think you drew.
It's an RT. You don't see
RTs
it?
have no sides on
In
them?
your eyes, it's an RT. You might have a chance. Not if you cave that thing in or stab yourself.
Seconds. Everything has to be gutted out of the pumpkin.
I'm already done. I don't know what they're doing.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get everybody lined up. We want each participant to tell us about their pumpkin.
Thank you for asking. What I got going on here is I've got about 5 tributes to the Chrysler muscle car product. First thing you'll see, the main thing, is the triangular shaped eyes. Those are the little, can I help you with something, Bill?
Absolutely.
The little triangle things you see like in the older Dodge Darts, the A bodies, they had that right in the middle of the backup light area. This is the obvious Pinistar that only appeared on the right-hand side of the cars. Those are the louvers you see in a 71 Cuda fender. Unlike Royals, mine is the 69.5 A12 lift-off hood.
Well, you know what? That is ingenious.
Yes.
A little bit is.
I should get something for at least the originality. I have a dead dad at 12 years old, so I didn't get art classes like the rest of these guys. I didn't have the luxury of all the schooling with all the fancy scissors and the little cigarette boxes with all the fancy tools and crayons in it, okay? I didn't have anything. I had this meat hook. That's how I had to carve pumpkins. You ever try that?
You definitely have won as far as originality is
Thank
concerned.
you. Okay.
There's no question about that. But moving on to
Yashid?
pumpkin number 2.
Hello. So, I chose the infamous Mopar logo.
Straightforward, like that.
Okay, you know what? It sort of looks like the M, but oh, big
Hey,
flaw.
you know what,
That's
man?
the new M. That ain't the old M.
No,
That's the new
you know
M.
what? It doesn't matter. It had
Whoop,
to be
whoop, whoop,
Mopar
whoop, whoop.
related. It doesn't matter.
Out.
There were no
Moving on.
specifications on that.
Royal?
To entrant number 3.
Well, it started out to be an RT, but you can see the R fell apart, so.
And so what is it now?
What do you say? You know?
Well, I don't think he should be disqualified, but he should
Destroyed?
maybe destroyed.
I don't think mine's gonna win. I screwed up on the R and the T.
I don't even, asking him, I don't even think the response you're gonna get is gonna make sense. What did you start off with?
I didn't have enough time really to make the 383 hockey stripe work on my pumpkin. I think my
Where's the hockey stripe? A matter of fact, where's the 383?
Where's the 3? Let me see.
I think your grandson could have did better than that.
Well, now what do you think if you walk
Well,
on the
I
showroom
was
floor and said, I'll
pretty
take a
quick.
70 CUDA with a 383 and your hockey stick looked like that? You really think it'd sell a lot of those cars? So you just
This
take-
is a very, very tough decision. Oh no, I don't think it's challenging at all. I think it's there's a clear-cut winner, and there's definitely 3 clear-cut losers.
Well, I don't think who's going to win. I already know who's going to win. The guy that's got 5 Chrysler references in his pumpkin carving.
Hands down, I think that I should be declared the winner. Bottom line, no doubt about it. I mean, have you seen these things? Darren's, I mean, it looks like it hieroglyphic designs on it. Royals, I mean, you can kind of see a basic outline of it. And Mark's, I don't know what it is. It looks like a Mr. Potato Head gone wrong, that he can't even assemble the nose in the right spot. I mean,
What
you
about
be the
your
judge.
stupid pumpkin? Looks like a golden arches.
Anyways.
A hockey stripe for a 70 CUDA. Mine was a 383 version.
He told you about the eyebrows. You wanted to do it your way, do it your way, okay? I don't care. But he's not going to spend the rest of the day with you without some eyebrows.
You know, I don't think any of the pumpkins were actually worthy of winning. There was a few that were worthy of losing, but there was actually no winner. They were all horrible.
So it's a little bit of a tough decision between Josh's pumpkin. I felt like he was really detailed and really wanted to do it well. But Mark's pumpkin had lots of creative twists to it.
So I'll let you choose which one between the 2.
Let's do Mark,
Yeah, I mean, it's no competition.
hands down.
Yeah. The bearers of the news. You know, in all actuality, they're lined up in their spots.
Yep, absolutely.
Question is, which way do you think it goes?
Oh, he loses by default. You're in, busted.
Should we really fill his head and make his head any larger than it actually is? Damn it, Mark, you won.
Yes.
That's it. I quit.
And I know it's amazing to get this news, Darren, but I'd have to say you lost. The first impressions that I got from watching them carving pumpkins is thank God they don't do that for a living.
Mark, you get to take your
Don't you touch
pumpkin
my
home.
You get to take your pumpkin home.
And you get to decide. We're gonna jackhammer the
It's a beautiful pumpkin, isn't it? What do you think, guys?
Do it.
Oh.
Anytime I can hit anything without going to jail, man, it's an opportunity that won't be missed.
I wish that was your head. That could be your head, fool. Do you see that? That could be your head.
All these guys were like just so excited to be able to like destroy things, and it was really fun.
You know, I think Goldberg has a rage problem. He's got some deep psychological and mental and emotional problems.
Toilet bomb. I feel like I'm part of the team. You know, you got to be a normal guy with a lot of passion, fit in, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
You better not have now. Well, you little jealous.
What the hell was that?
You jealous little. That's my pumpkin, man.
It's been defaced, literally.
Pumpkin. And there's my pumpkin. Don't flare up against me.
This was a jackhammer of a day.
I think a little modicum of appreciation wouldn't be out of order.
I don't think so either. I'm really happy. I'm glad I got a good toolbox.
Yeah, be positive, Darren.
Now, before you start your horse crap,
Where is it?
it's right there.
That's the toolbox?
You told me that you didn't have room at your house for a great big toolbox, so I went out.
Yeah, where's my toolbox at, really?
I thought that was kind of cute.
I need a toolbox.
Hang on.
Why did Royal and Josh get first pick for the toolbox anyway?
You little. You had
Okay,
no
where's
fun,
my
man.
tool- Wait.
Well, of course I did. Come on.
So where's
fool.
my toolbox?
I'll open the door. It's here.
Is it a big one?
It's. You know what?
It's huge, buddy. It's ginormously big.
I like having fun. Everybody knows that. If you can have a joke and a laugh at work, I'm all about that. But in all seriousness, I wanted Darren to have something for his fruits of his labor. He works hard, he does try, and we fight like cats and dogs, but I wanted to reward him with a really nice box. That's what I did.
Oh, hey, I like it. I like it.
Oh, wow.
I think that's pretty cool.
What's this?
Breast cancer
Tools for
awareness, buddy.
Oh, nice.
That's cute.
He had lost somebody that was close to him as a result of breast cancer. So I thought, when I talked to the gal at Matco and she told me that they had that particular logo, I thought, that's pretty cool. And I think he likes it.
Wow, that's a good
Kinda
one. Thank
girly.
you.
Well, Darren was telling me he lost somebody a few years ago to it, and I thought it'd be kind of a cool thing, actually. So not everything's a joke, okay? Once in a while, something nice comes through, and I thought it would be really cool.
Oh, I like it.
It's a nice box. They're so nice.
You want to trade?
What do they call them, workstations or something?
I don't have any
Phone
tools.
the
I don't want to
What am I
trade
going to
for
put in?
my
I don't have any
breath.
tools.
Where
The
would you
tools
put
are
that
coming.
thing?
The
Nobody's
tools are
listening to
coming. I
me.
told you that.
Now, when's my car going to get put together?
Your car's out of my hair, out of my life. I
No,
couldn't
it's
be
not.
happier.
It's never going to be out of your life. You made a
Absolutely the
promise.
best thing.
You made a promise.
No,
You made a
no.
prom- Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Until
Yeah.
you actually get something done on it. Come on, let's go to work.
I don't have any tools.
Oh my God. Hey! Golly, last guy I thought I'd see. That's awesome, man. Hey, come on in.
Thank you.
I wasn't doing nothing, just going home.
Hey,
what are you doing,
good
man?
to see you too. Good,
Couldn't
good.
be a fixture around here.
Well, it's all right. You know, I
You just
came
caught
up,
me
I
in
did
now.
my work. Well, I just had a quick weekend here. I wanted to see how the Daytona was doing.
Yeah, I believe Tom flew 3,000 miles just on a hunch to check up on his car. I more believe that the dolphin-faced mongrel, who shaves his eyebrows now, which makes him look even more like a dolphin-faced mongrel, called him and snitched me off. Because that's the kind of things he does. That's the reward I get for giving him a toolbox, for thinking about him.
Sure. So let's talk.
Okay, come on in, man. Not a problem. I was just getting ready to go home, so I'm glad you made it here in time before I got out of here. Anybody got a gun? I was having a great day. Darren?
It was a great week. Pestered a lot of people.
God damn.
Holly, Goldberg, you.
I personally think we had a fantastic week this week. Meeting Bill Goldberg was a kick in the ass. He is a super cool guy. It's hard to imagine sometimes when you're standing there with somebody of his stature, you know, and this guy was World Wrestling Federation champion. Millions and millions of people look up to him. He's a good role
Not everybody
model
looks
for
up to
kids.
him because he's not really that tall.
He got a kick out of you. He thinks you're absolutely insane. It was a blast helping you get some eyebrows back.
Two of you did.
Who won the
Told me.
Who won the pumpkin carving?
You did.
Yeah. Why?
Because the rest of ours are worse than yours. They're all bad.
Well,
Ours were just
because
worse.
mine had about 5 references to the Chrysler muscle car in it, including a pistol grip shifter, which I didn't even have to point out. That was the ear. That was when it. So, Holly, you got her to wave at you with both hands, right? That was awesome. Nice work. And your ultimate gotcha this week was calling one of my clients and telling him his car wasn't going to be done on time.
I didn't even snitch off at Tom Partridge, let alone enjoy it. I just called him. That's all. The car got brought up. He brought up the car. We talked about it. That was it.
So you didn't call him and tell him.
I talked to him on the phone.
What'd you tell him?
I told him I wouldn't touch his car. Hadn't been touched since he left. Is that the truth?
Do you think that there's any chance that's what provoked Tom to come 3,000 miles out here?
Yes. He needed a vacation. He had way too many sick days accumulated.
What's the most, what can I call him that's the most horrible name that would describe what an awful person is?
Mark
People
Mormon?
talk about it.
You are.